Hello dear students, welcome to the new chapter. The chapter is the leadership. This is our first lecture regarding the leadership. In this lecture, we are going to discuss what we mean by the term is leadership, what are the characteristics, importance of the leadership, and what are the functions of the leadership, and what are the qualities for the good leader. Okay, these are the basic contents regarding this lecture. So the first lecture for you are the leadership. Okay, the first of all, we are going to discuss what we mean by the term is leadership. What is the leadership? The leadership is like a process of instructing, inspiring your subordinate to achieve an organization goal. The term is known as the leadership. It's like instructing, inspiring your subordinate for achieving the organization goal. That means you are motivating your employees. Suppose you are a supervisor, you are motivating your employees for the better performance. That means you are instructing your subordinate. The process is known as the leadership. Leadership is like an art of group of people to act towards achieving a common goal. That means it's like an art of motivating the group of people. The process is known as the leadership. That means you're instructing, you're inspiring your subordinate for the better performance. The term is known as the leadership. According to G.R. Terry, that's George Terry, define leadership is the activity of influencing people to strive willingly for group of objectives. That means you're inspiring, you're influencing your subordinate, your people for achieving the group objectives of the organization. That means achieving the objectives of the organization. The term is known as the leadership. That means instructing, inspiring your subordinate for achieving your organization goal. It's an art of, it's an art of motivating the group of people. Definitely, the leadership is like an art. Suppose you are a leader, you have a lot of the quality, and you are instructing, you are inspiring your subordinate to achieve the organization goal. The term is known as the leadership. Okay, and the leadership point of view, what are the important characteristics? What are the features or the characteristics of the leadership? Okay, the first important characteristics of the leadership. The leadership is like a personal quality or the personal quality of behavior and the character. Definitely, the leadership is like a personal quality. You're the behavior of and character of a particular person. It's like a quality. You have some personal quality, the personal traits influencing others. And this is one of the important characteristics of the leadership. That is the personal quality and your behavior. How you behave with other people and how you react with other people. That's your behavior. The behavior is your personality. So that's the first important element is the leadership is like a personal quality or the behavior and the character. That's the first important characteristics. And second one, it is a reciprocal relationship between the leaders and the followers. The leadership is like the give and take policy. That means a reciprocal relationship between the leaders and the followers. A good leader have the lot of the followers. So definitely the leadership is a good way communication between the leaders and the followers. That means there is an effective relationship. There is a reciprocal relationship between the leaders and the followers. So second important characteristics, there is a good relationship between the leaders and the followers. And third one, leadership helped others to attain the specific goal. The leadership is a process instructing, inspiring your subordinate to achieve the organization goal. So here, it is always try to your employees to attain your specific goal. That's one of the important characteristics of the leadership. Is help to attain the specific goals of organization. Third one, it had to attain the goals of the organization. And fourth one, it's the process of guiding, directing, influencing people to do their best. A leader always guiding, directing, influencing the subordinate to do their best. That means the leaders always try to get best performance from your employees. So it's the art of guiding, directing, and influencing the people. The third one, it's like an art of guiding, directing, influencing the people. Okay, we have a lot of the example. So like the Mahatma Gandhi, always guiding, directing, the influencing others. So he is always a good leader. So they are always try to get the best from you, the subordinate or the followers. And the fourth one, it's like a art. And fifth one, it is related with a particular situation. The leadership is always relating with a particular situation, and how you react in a particular situation, how you behave in a particular situation. Suppose there is a complex situation in your organization, and how the leaders take the actions. So one of the important example, like you are the Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and he is a captain of India, and he lead the Indian team to achieve a lot of the benefit, to achieve a lot of the meritorious elements. So how he lead others and how you react in the particular situations. So there is a lot of example. That means leadership is related with the particular situation. Okay. And sixth one, it involves the sharing of interest between the leaders and his followers. Leadership is always try to share the sharing of interest between the leaders and followers, because there is a good and healthy relationship. They always sharing their interest between the leaders and the followers. These are the important characteristics of the leadership. The leadership is like a personal quality or the behavior and the character. It is a reciprocal relationship between the leaders and the followers. The leadership had to others to attain the specific goal. It is a process guiding, directing, influencing people to do the best. And leadership is related with a particular situation. It involves the sharing of interest between the leaders and his followers. These are the important characteristics of the leadership. Okay. After that, what are the qualities required for the good leader? So the leadership always representing a lot of the quality. Look at this term, leadership. L stands for the learned. E is the emotional stability. A is anticipation. D is decision making. E is emotional stability. R is responsibility. S is a social skill. H is the humanity, and I stands for the initiative, and P stands for the personality. That means leadership, the term leadership is representing the lot of the qualities. And here we are discussing what are the important qualities required for the good leader. Okay, the qualities can be classified to, the one is the personal traits, another one is the managerial traits. That means there is a personal quality and there is a managerial quality. So what are the personal quality and what are the managerial quality? So the first one, the personal quality point, the first important quality is intelligence. He is an intelligent person. A good leader always try to be intelligent person. That means try to take the right decision at the right time. The term is known as the intelligence. So first one is intelligence. And second one is intellectual capacity, and able to deal the situations. And how to deal the situation, that is the intellectual capacity, and how to take that decision at in a different point of view. The situation, the quality is known as the intellectual capacity. And second one is the intellectual capacity. And third one, self-confidence. A leader have the self-confidence, enough self-confidence. And like a lot of the example regarding the self-confidence, that means one of the important example, the Mahendra Singh Dhoni is the cricket Indian captain, former Indian captain, have the enough confidence to take the decisions. So the self-confidence is one of the important elements of the leadership. And fourth one is the foresight and vision. That means futuristic, and that means able to protect the future situation. Protecting the future situation, that is foresight and the vision. So an example, Mahatma Gandhi have a lot of the foresight and the vision. And fifth one is initiative. That means initiative mind. That means able to take the decision and similarly and initiate certain policies and certain program. The capacity is known as the initiative. So the initiative is one of the important qualities required for the leader. He must be initiative person. So take the initiative for the different programs. And sound physique, that means a good physique, that means good health is essential for the good leader. And then only he can control the person and can be able to direct other people. So there's a good physique, that sound physique is essential for the good leader. And dynamic personality, that means the term personality derived from the word persona, that means how you are behave with others and how to change your the behavior according to situation. The term is known as the dynamic personality, because we have to deal the different categories of people, so we have to follow the dynamic in your personality. That means changes according to your situations. And objectivity, so one of the important qualities is objectivity. What is objectivity? That means the decisions always objective oriented to achieve the objective for the organization. That is objectivity. And another one is empathetic. What is empathetic? That we look at things from others' point of view. That is empathy. And the leader have the empathy rather than sympathy. Empathy means look at things from others' point of view. The term is known as empathetic. And there is a responsibility. A good leader and try to take the responsibility. That means he have a lot of authority and simultaneously and he has to perform a lot of the responsibility. So there's an obligation towards the organization and he has to ready to take the responsibilities. And there is an emotional stability. That means able to control the emotions. And definitely you are human. We are humans and we have a lot of emotions. And good leader always try to control his emotions and handle situation effectively. That is emotional stability. And another one is last important personal quality is a tact. The tact means able to deal with the problems. It's how you take the decision at the different situation. That means able to deal with the problems. The term is known as the tact. Okay, these are the important personal qualities required for the good leader: intelligence, intellectual capacity, self-confidence, foresight and vision, initiative, sound physique, dynamic personality, and objectivity, empathy, responsibility, emotional stability, and the tact. These are the personal traits or the personal quality. And what are the managerial traits? The managerial trait means is a managerial quality. That means technological knowledge, technical knowledge. And a good leader has to perform a lot of the technology related information. So he must have a lot of technical knowledge to perform the machine operations, computer, IT, and different activity. Nowadays, augmented reality. So he has some technical knowledge. So technical knowledge is essential for performing the managerial elements. As the first one, the technical knowledge. And there is organizing ability, that is organize the programs, policies within the organization. The term is known as organizing ability. And there is a lot of the opportunity for the leader to organize a lot of the programs in organization. So he must possess the organizing ability. And last one is ability to deal with the people. So how can you deal with other category of people? How can you deal with the followers? The team is not able to deal with the people. Okay, and these are the important managerial traits relating with the leader. So listen, the team, the leadership is representing a lot of the qualities. So L is the learned person, E is emotional, A is representing the anticipation, D is the decision making, E is emotional stability, R is responsibility, S is the social skill, and H is the humanity, and I is initiative, and P is the personality. These are the qualities, and the qualities can be classified to the one is a personal trait and another one is the managerial trait. Okay, these are the qualities required for the good leader. Okay, and what is the importance of this leadership? Suppose you are practicing the leadership in an organization, so we have a lot of the benefit. So what are the importance of the team? You are the leadership. Okay, definitely the leadership is always achieve the organization goal, is provide the motivation, the contribution, teamworks, and we're discussing what are the importance of this leadership. The first importance is influencing the behavior of people. A good leadership is inspiring the subordinate for the better performance. It's instructing and inspiring the subordinate for the better performance. So it's like influencing the behavior of the people. They're able to influence others for achieving the organization goal. There's the first importance of the leadership is influencing the behavior. The leadership is inspiring your subordinate for achieving your organization goals. And second one is helps to employees fulfilling the needs. Though definitely the employees have their own needs. There are needs and wants. The Maslow need hierarchical theory point of view. The humans, the individual have a lot of the needs. And similarly, the employees have the different needs. So a good leadership is always helpful to identify the needs of the employees and take the decision for the benefit of employees. So definitely the leadership qualities always help the employees to fulfilling the needs and what are the needs and wants of the employees and how to take the decision to achieve the needs and wants of your employee. So second importance of the leadership helps the employees in fulfilling the needs. And third one is introducing the required changes. The leadership always dynamic. That means it changes according to the situation. And the good leader always try to identify what are the necessary changes required for your organizations. So he able to introduce a lot of the changes in your organization for the better performance. So introducing the required changes. So we have a lot of the examples. Suppose Indian banking sector was traditional up to 1990s, and after the 1991 onwards we have to practicing the liberalization, privatization, globalization. That means we're introducing a lot of the technological upgradations in the banking activity, RTGS, NEFT, online banking, internet banking. We have introduced a lot of the facilities in the banking sector. So that's a part of the leadership. That is a part of the leadership and part of the Manmohan Singh and the liberalization policy and the Raghuram Rajan committee and a lot of the committees, Rangarajan committee appointed. That is a part of this leadership. And another one is solving the conflict effectively. A good leadership always helps to solve the problems within the organization, within the employees, and within the employees. A good leader always try to solve the problems within the employees. And he always motivating the employee, so can solve the conflict within the organization. And training and development of subordinate. A good leader always try to give the proper trainings and development to the subordinate. For what purpose? It's increasing the knowledge and skill of the employee. And employees are acquire the knowledge, definitely he will perform their organization. So providing the training and development of the subordinate. And setting a clear vision. The leadership is always have to set a clear vision for the benefit of the organization. The vision oriented, a good vision 2020 plans. India, the Kalam, APJ Abdul Kalam have the dream and the vision 2020 plans. So the good leadership always setting the clear visions. That's another importance of the leadership, setting the clear visions. And another one is motivating and guiding of employees. A leadership is always inspiring the subordinate. That means motivating and guiding of the employees for achieving the organization goals. That's the motivating and guiding of employees. The last one is building the morale. The motivation is also try to improve the morale. That means they create the inner feelings in the minds. They are the part of the organization. They are considering our needs, and so they have performing for the betterment of the organization. That means building the good morals. So these are the importance of this leadership. Definitely is motivating, the supporting the organization and contributing and inspiring and creating the teamworks within the organization. And there's a perfect organized structure, the developing the lot of the benefit, better utilization of the manpower. There's a lot of the importance regarding the tenure, the leadership. And these are the importance of the leadership. And also A lot of the other importance like the good humor relationship and the reconciliation of the goals and source of motivation, facility of the responsibility, avoiding the conflict and promoting the employees' needs and wants, and the perfect organized structure. There are a lot of the other importance regarding the tenure, the leadership. Okay, these are the importance of the leadership. Okay, and after that, what are the functions? What are the functions of the leadership? What is the leadership? The leadership is a process of instructing, inspiring your subordinate for the better performance. It's like an art of influencing others. The team is known as the leadership. And we're discussing what are the important functions of the leadership. A leadership has a lot of the important function. We're discussing what are the important functions of the leadership. Listen, the first important function is integration. Integration means there is a coordinating the entire activity with an organization. So that is the first important function of the leadership, is like integrations, integrating the different activities in an organization, the coordinating the different activities in an organization. That's the first important the functions of the leadership, that is the integrations. And another one is a communication, exchange an idea and fact between the two or more persons. The team is known as the communication. A leader is always try to communicate with the followers for the betterment of the organization, and other subordinate always try to communicate with subordinate for the betterment of the organizations. So here there is a effective communication is one of the important function. A good leader try to communicate their idea with the subordinate. So the second one is the communication. And third important function is the production. That means you are converting the inputs into the output. That means give the necessary input and good inputs are converted into output. So production, that means the converting the input. The leader give the necessary input for the organization and definitely we will get the good output. So the production is one of the important function of the leadership. And representative of the subordinate. That's the representation. A leader is always representing the subordinate in the top level management. A good leader always try to communicate the problems of the subordinate with the top level managers for the betterment of the subordinate. So there is a representative function. That means representative or subordinate. That's one of the important functions. Leadership is a representative or subordinate. And fifth one is a fraternity. That means this is a part of the family. The fraternity means you are the part of the certain family. A good leader believe that he is working in a certain family, and he has to consider the feelings of the employees and the needs of the wants of the other employees. That's a fraternity. That means it's a part of the group feeling. That means teamwork within the organization. That is a fraternity. And team spirit, that means esprit de groupe. That means to try to develop the team spirit. That is a union is strength. Instead of the individuality, the group effort is very important. And one of the important functions of leadership is a team spirit. That means union is strength, developing the good performance. And seventh one is the performance evaluation. What is the performance evaluation? It's evaluating the performance of your other employees. So a leader try to evaluate the performance of the employees and give the necessary feedback. Give the necessary feedback for the better performance. The performance evaluation is one of the important function of the leadership. And another important function is initiation. That means he ready to initiate certain programs, policies within the organization, and always start initiating the certain program for the benefit of the employees. And always communicate with the top level management and try to initiate certain program. The initiative is one of the important function of the leadership. And the ninth one, shape the character of the organization. That means achieving the better result with help of the shaping the character of the organization. So able to create a good relationship with an organization. So that means a good atmosphere within the organization with the employer and the employees. That's a shaping the character of the organization. That's another important function, is shape the character of the organization. And last one is to manage the internal conflict. That's another important function, is the reduce the problems within the organization. That's the manage the internal conflict. There is a possibility for the internal conflict. That's every organization have a lot of the internal conflict. A good leader always try to reduces internal conflict of the organization, and to always maintain the good relationship. That's another important functions that manage the internal conflict. Okay, these are the important functions of the leadership. There's integration, there is a communication, there is a protection, there is representative subordinate, there is a fraternity, the team spirit, performance evaluation, initiation, shape the character organization, and manage the internal conflict. These are the different functions regarding your the leadership. Okay, and function point of view, there is a the leader, the situation, and the group. And according to expert, function have there is a leader, the situation, and the group. As a leader point of view, what are the functions of the leadership? There is a quality, personal character. So that is the leader point of these are the functions of leadership. And situation point of view, what are the functions of the leadership? There is a partly constant and partly varying. And is the group point of view, they have the followers and they're the needs and the values. And this is a common saying regarding the team, the functions of the leadership. So as per the leader's point of view, two important functions, and situation point of view, they have two important functions, and the group point of view is another important functions. Okay, so these are the functions relating with your the leadership. Let me conclude. The first we discuss the what you mean by the team is your the leadership. What is the leadership? The leadership means it's like a process of instructing, inspiring your subordinate for the better performance. The team is known as the leadership. It's the art of motivating the people for the better performance. That is a leadership. Okay, and what are the characteristics of leadership? It's a personal quality. There is a reciprocal relationship between the leaders and followers. Leadership helps the others to attain the specific goal. It's a process of guiding, directing, and influencing people. Leadership is related with a particular situation. It's a sharing interest between the leaders and his followers. These are the characteristics of the leadership. Okay, and what are the qualities for the required for the leaders? And the qualities can be classified to there is a personal quality, there is a manager quality. And personal quality point of this intelligence, the intellectual capacity, self-confidence, foresight, initiative, sound physique, dynamic personality, objectivity, empathy, responsibility, emotional stability, tact. These are the personal quality. And manager point of a technical knowledge and a organizing ability, then ability to deal with the people. These are the important manager quality required for the good leader. Okay, now what are the importance? Influencing the behavior and motivating their needs, then introducing the required changes and solving the conflict, and training and development, setting a clear vision, motivating the guiding and the employees, and the building and morale. These are the importance of this leadership. And what are the functions? There is integration, there is a communication, there is a protection, representative or subordinate, fraternity, team spirit, performance evaluation, there is initiation, and shape the character of the organization and manage the internal conflict. Okay, these are the important the functions related with your the leadership. Okay, once again, what is leadership? It's a process of instructing, inspiring your subordinate for the better performance. It's the art of motivating your the employee for the better performance. The team is known as your the leadership. Okay, anyway, thank you so much, and thank you for watching me.